Just going to start out the morning here with my top water, and more than likely I'll have to switch at some point. It does look like it's going to be a little overcast, which is good. We're still in a drought situation. The water is dropping, but it is cooling down. Been catching mostly bass the last couple months, but I'm a multi-species guy. I like catching them all. We'll be getting into stripers and white bass and some walleyes here as it gets colder. I really enjoy catching the stripers, so I'm looking forward to that. So the situation is, it's been very hot, in upper 90s pretty much since May. We're here at I think we're October 10th right now. And we finally got a cold front, and I'm having to wear a jacket this morning. So the fish should be getting active here, but the cold front might have them shut down a little. But I've had a couple of, caught a couple so far this morning on my top water. Oh, I missed him. There we go. Oh, that's fun. Let's see, fish, you got. There you go. Another spotted bass, not a huge one, but he's probably 12 inches, 13 inches or so. And that fish was in really shallow water, so was kind of unexpected, but I'm glad. There we go. Ooh, he's a jumper. Now, fish number 4. None of them have been giants. The first fish, when it was dark, was the biggest. That's a nice little spotted bass. Oh, he's 13, 14 inches. There we go. Fish number 5 of the day. This one's a little better. Okay, watch those hooks. There you go. Yeah, he's about the same size actually, but I'll take it. That's 5 on a top water lure. You know, that's hard to beat. Okay, I'm switched up lures with this wind. Spinnerbait usually works pretty good. Ooh, I just got hit too, which is good. That was a bite. I like that. There we go. Oh, it's a good one too. Good fish. I had a feeling the old spinnerbait would be a good choice. Ooh. Now this fish just swiped at it. That's the biggest fish of the day, though. Good spotted bass. That's a 1.5 pounds. Nice fish. I saw him come up and hit it. All right, well, largemouth. Nice chunky little largemouth. He's about 13 inches or so. I'll take him. So that's 2 on the spinnerbait. There we go. Finally a fish. Let's say now, it's not a bad one. Hooked him in the bottom of the lip. That's not a bad spot. 1.5 pounds or so. Gonna turn her loose. And got me another one here on the spinnerbait. Yeah, it's another little fatty. Little fatty. He's not huge, but he's got a big old belly on him for a 13 or 14 inch fish on the blade. There we go. Yeah, it's funny. He's not a very big one, but and he hit it funny. Oh, don't do that. You're gonna hurt yourself. Another little spotted bass. There, finally, fish. That fish was swimming with it. I didn't. Lost contact with my worm there for a moment. It's a little better spotted bass down here on the a little bit more mid-lake, out in the open water. Beautiful fish. Down here on the, this is a lot bigger water down here. It's wide open. Extremely windy, making the fishing a little bit more difficult. That fish, for instance, I had a hard time. I didn't feel him bite it. Just lost contact with my worm and couldn't figure out where. Well, there's another one. All right. Ooh, it's another good one too. Nice chunky spotted bass. So that tells me I need to fish this area a little better. It's 2 from this one little spot here. So maybe there's a school of them fiddling around. That's a good sign. I usually stay up in the creek so until winter. But at least I know there's a fish or 2 down here. Oh, yes. There's another one. And this one feels like it's a little bit better. And it is. Now look at the colors on that fish. Beautiful. Gonna let her go. So I've caught 4 fish right in this one little area here. Wind blowing in against it. I'm gonna fight this wind and maneuver the boat out here so I can get a couple more casts in there. Oh, it's hard to even get an accurate cast. The wind's blowing so hard. What I like about this place is I'm setting in 30 plus feet of water, and it's like a bluff wall kinda here, and these bass have the bait pushed up against that bluff wall. Alright, those fish were pretty aggressive. With this wind, I like a spinnerbait when you got this kind of wind. Oh, there we go. Oh boy, it's a good one too. Stay out of the motor. Oh, you know it's a good one when they're pulling drag on you. Holy smokes. You're gonna need the net. Oh, yes. Woo. Big old largemouth, and for up here, down in the mid part of the lake, it's actually unusual to catch a largemouth. Well, that fish is kind of skinny, but it's got a huge head. I think that's got to be 5 or 6 at least. That's a big fish right there, folks. I mean, my whole fist will go in that fish's mouth. Anyway, folks, that's a good largemouth right there. That's makes my day right there. I'm gonna let her go. On the spinnerbait. Now I gotta tell you, that's a surprise for me right there. This is spotted bass territory down here. I've traveled quite a ways from where I normally fish this time of year. That fish just stopped it. Just stopped it. I thought I was snagged for a minute. So I'm glad I decided to throw the spinnerbait. That makes my day. That fish is 5 or 6 at least. Whew. Whew. Yeah, that is fun, catching a kicker like that. Springtime, that fish would have weighed 2 or 3 pounds more. So we've got a little saddle area where it gets really shallow in between this island and the land here, and sometimes they'll push bait back in these little areas, but you just never know. I had a feeling I should come down, drive the boat out here and check, but I really wasn't expecting to catch much down here yet. Usually do a lot better in the colder months, but I'm glad I took the time to come down. Quite a few fish. Boy, that is snaggy. There's another one. I figured there'd be another fish or two. This is a decent fish. And I hope the camera's picking up the colors on that spotted bass in that clear water. Here, let me get... Look at how... I mean, they're not long, you know, they're probably 13, 14 inches, but look at the belly. That fish has been eaten well. Nice fish. All right. I have to say, I am quite happy with the way this has turned out. See, there's a ledge that I keep getting kind of snagged on, and they're hanging right off that ledge. As soon as it drops off that ledge, I get hit. This area here, since it's more main lake, fish is completely different than the area I fished this morning. These, you know, we're talking lots of open water, deep water, you know. I mean, just 30 yards out from me, it's probably 150 feet deep. That's interesting. I thought I'd pick up a couple more. Caught that one. So that's 7 fish I've caught just in this area alone, which puts my grand total for the day. I'm getting close to 20.